All right, I'm going to try and go over this with a little detail. I'm convalescing from my second hip surgery replacement. Luckily, I've only got two hips, so I think I'm probably done with that. But I just want to go over veer, okay, the veer side versus odd spacing. And of course, that would be a yellow light on the tackle, okay? And this would be for duo right or inside zone left. And once again, what you're looking at here, the center calls the center would call the guard odd, so those two would be working over here somewhere, and that would leave these two an opportunity to work over here, okay, against these two. All right, going down to the next drawing, we're going to use slide veer step, okay, and what we're going to do, slide veer with the inside foot, stomp that inside foot, okay, just stomp it, gator step essentially, but staying square. The slide veer lets you stay square, and what it does is it doesn't expose you to being torqued by the defensive end in yellow light. Okay, so you're going to slide in square and roll the shoulder down. Okay, so you don't want to give this guy anything to push. Okay, you want him to chase you if he has to, and of course, if he goes in, you grab him, and if he goes out, we'll talk about it. Okay. The next step is to stay square. Again, drive off the slide, rewind, and chip, shoulder chip, okay, to establish an open leg. Okay, we're going to establish an open leg. So staying square, drive off the slide, the left foot, rewind, and chip with the right shoulder, carrying the man on the right shoulder. Okay, and thereby establishing an open leg with the right foot or outside foot up and the inside foot back to protect access to the gap. That's your gap. You got to control it. You don't want to ever let your left foot come ahead of your right foot because that shuts you off to controlling the gap. So it looks something like this. And once again, if he goes in, you grab him. Okay. Now, what you do once you get that chip established, and because of the alignment, you got to get your head in front of this backer. Well, that's pretty far, and to me, this is an Apache. It's an Apache area. Okay, there's the two guys. Here's the stovepipe. This is the Apache. We're all going this way. So what you want to do is the first thing you want to do is leverage the linebacker in order to cover him. Okay, so as you come off the chip, you're going to shuffle or possibly gallop. It depends on his width. If he's in here tight and wide, if he's in here low and wide, you probably gotta shuffle. You might even have to sprint. Okay, but if he's more stacked, you want to slow it down because there might be an exchange. So you want to gallop to it. Okay. And of course, if there's any noise over here, you want to we would say radar, radar, radar. That means something's going on. No matter where this guy is, you want to shuffle to protect your gap. You might get hit from the other side, the nose guard, whoever is safety. So you don't want to be fooled by looking at people because we're blocking gaps. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Now, going to the sniffer. The sniffer wants to straddle. Okay, and this is getting a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Well, let's see. The sniffer wants to straddle align the tackle. He wants to put his foot in the tackle's crotch, and he wants to be only deep enough so that he can touch the tackle. Now, different kids, different depth, different tackle, different sniffer. They'll work it out. Don't be a big stickler for it, but what you're more interested in is the width. Okay, and we learned this watching Air Force. I learned it watching Air Force anyway. Okay, I would always put the sniffer in here in the B gap, but against an odd spacing, why not? Matter of fact, against different things, why not? So what you want to do is straddle the tackle. Okay, now I'm going to just have to flip this for a second. Okay. As the tackle slide steps, lost my point here. As the tackle slide steps, okay, he's trying to go so far and no further. He's going to become the rock. He's going to make this guy bounce off of him if that man attacks him. The sniffer, however, uses a skip because he's trying to Apache. What he wants to wind up doing, okay, he's going to skip with his outside foot behind to get his inside foot inside so that he can essentially finish wherever the tackle is. He wants to be stacked. His idea is he's going to skip to stack the OT and then replace him. Okay, so if this works in unison, he'll move in and he'll move a little bit further because he starts out wider. Okay, but he's going to wind up directly behind the tackle. Okay, and to me, I'm going to teach shoulder roll because I'm going to make it simple. Okay, and anything that comes from here, from his blind side, he's already in a great position in terms of fundamentals. And then he can go ahead and Apache, okay, and as the OT shuffles out, the sniffer is going to replace him, okay, and you're going to get a nice seal, okay. He's going to hopefully be in an Apache position. Of course, if this man lags with the tackle, it'll turn into a double team. He's going to put two hands on it and just plow that thing and drive it to the linebacker. He's not interested in blocking the linebacker. He's interested in making this guy go away. And once he can define him, once he can get him to where the tackle can grab him, then the linebacker, the tailback, if he does what he's supposed to do, the linebacker will come to him. Okay, so if you get this guy and he gives you a little shove, he gives this guy a little shove, and then he goes and gets the linebacker. And he says, "I got the linebacker, coach. I got the linebacker." Say, "Good, go sit down. Give me another guy." Okay, if any part of this guy shows, he's got to have at least one hand on him. Okay, we got to get this guy shut off completely. Okay, now if we're going to arc release and read him, it's a different story. But right now we're double teaming him. Okay. And of course, if he goes to the sniffer should have established leverage immediately. And if he goes out, somebody's coming in. Okay, that's pretty much it. I hope this worked out. I'm sitting in a chair, convalescing, so I just figured I'd keep myself busy.